Hello everyone, and welcome to Oregon State University's webinar on the Master of Education degree program in Adult and Higher Education. I'm Dan Miles and with Oregon State eCampus, and I'm joined today by Dr. Shelley Dudkin-Lee, who is our program coordinator for the Adult and Higher Education with the College of Education, and Dr. Loria Crisp, an associate professor with the College of Education, who also works with the Adult and Higher Education program. So here's a quick look at what we're going to cover today. We're going to provide some information about Oregon State University and eCampus. Then we'll dive deep into the program, and we'll provide information on the curriculum, some tuition, financial aid information, and how to apply. We'll spend about 15 or 20 minutes on this, and then we'll open it up to whatever questions that you might have. And please feel free to enter your questions at any time during this presentation, and we'll address them all at the end. If your questions are more relative to your situation, if they're more personal in nature, go ahead and enter them anyway. We won't address them during this webcast, but we will certainly follow up with you afterwards. Closed caption are available at the address listed below. You can also get a quick link to this to the URL for closed captions in our handout section. So looks like there's about 8 folks on board with us today. We have a plan, but we're certainly interested in what you're most interested in. I'm going to launch a quick poll and just take a few seconds here to tell us what you came here for today, what's of most interest to you. This will help inform us and guide us in how much time we allocate to the different topic areas. So we'll spend a few more minutes here, and then I'll share the poll results with you. A few more minutes, a few more seconds. All right, we'll give it about 5 more seconds. And I'll share the results. So it looks like most of you are interested in what can you do with this degree. So Shelley and Gloria can certainly address that. And of course, the nuts and bolts of the program and how to apply. So we'll keep that in mind, and we'll keep the other information to a minimum. So here's a little bit of information about Oregon State University. We're a leading public research university. We're located in Corvallis, Oregon. We're right down the I-5 corridor from Portland, about 60 or 70 miles. We're regionally accredited by the Northwest Commission on Colleges and Universities. We have more than 30,000 students, including our eCampus students and students at our new Cascades campus in Bend, Oregon. And we have some students at the Hetfield Marine Science Center on the coast in Newport, Oregon. Here's some information about Oregon State eCampus. I think the most important thing to remember that as an eCampus student, all online students are Oregon State University students and are treated as such. You get the same services. All of our courses and programs are developed and taught by Oregon State University faculty and staff. And your degree and your transcript say Oregon State University on it. There's no online or eCampus distinction. So it's good information to know. That's a little bit about Oregon State University and eCampus. I'm going to pass it over to Gloria, and she's going to share some information with us about the College of Education. Gloria?
Thanks, Dan. Hello, everybody. So a little bit about the college. Our college is home to 4 disciplines: adult and higher ed, counselor education, science and mathematics education, and cultural and linguistic diversity education. And currently in the college, we have about 900 students enrolled in 15 programs all across the state, of course here in Corvallis, as well as Bend and Wilsonville, Salem, and a couple of other locations. Some of the programs are solely on campus, some are hybrid, like the one we're going to talk to you about today, and some are fully online. And on the side, you'll see my colleague, Dr. Lucy Ariano, and a little bit about the mission of the college, which is focused on innovation and social justice. And then why you're all here, information about our program. So I'll start off with an overview and then pass it over to Shelley. So Oregon State's master program in adult and higher education, we're here to prepare students for careers in training and instructional design. Shelley can provide more details about career options since some of you are interested in that. The program is 2 years, and it's designed for working professionals who are looking for a hybrid program, so the flexibility of not having to be on campus all the time, but you still get that personal experience and face-to-face contact and support from full-time faculty. In our program, students gain applied skills and knowledge relative to designing, administering, and assessing training programs in a variety of instructional formats, including online programming. We offer flexible internship experiences for students to develop training skills through real-world experiences, which we feel is really important to the students' experience. And we're really proud of our program graduates who are employed at a variety of businesses, nonprofits, government agencies, and colleges in and around the state. So some of the of our alumni are employed at Nike, Portland General Electric, the American Red Cross, Portland Community College, actually a diversity of community colleges and 4-year universities in the state, and as well as Washington. So next I'll turn it over to Shelley to tell you more specifics about the program.
Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Had a little technical glitch. I'm going to tell you about a little bit about the program design. So as Gloria mentioned, it is a cohort model, and we believe, and our students have told us, that this is probably one of the major strengths of our program is people working together in a cohort model. They have the opportunity to learn together. They share the experiences that they have in class and online, share insights that they have. They, of course, work with our faculty, sharing scholarly experience. And honestly, they develop long-term relationships and a lot of networking opportunities. I'm on Facebook, as probably many of you are, and I still see students who are on Facebook together who graduated 6, 7, 8 years ago, and they're still helping each other when they need them, or letting them know about vacancies in their own area of business or wherever they're working, and also just encouraging each other in their lives when they're going through life experiences. The program is structured so that, again, I think Gloria mentioned, we meet in Wilsonville, which is near Portland. Very convenient meeting space right off the I-5 freeway in Wilsonville. And we meet 3 times during the term, and you can see there on the slide the fall, winter, spring, and summer terms for next year's cohort. We meet on a Friday, and it's an afternoon and early evening, and then during the time between meetings, they have their online assignments and discussions and preparation for presentations with the classmates and the instructors. Our instructors are very responsive in our online classes. So our program is laid out so that each course builds on the next course, and we did this in a very thoughtful way as we designed this program, so that students would see a sequencing of courses that led to their final capstone project. So we have 9 core courses, and then we have internship credits that each student is responsible to obtain during the 2 years of the program, and then their final capstone project. So as you can see, our core courses start with our adult learning and development, I'm going to skip over that next one to talk about needs assessment and research. Then they will take a course in instructional design, an all online course in organization and systems theory, instructional strategies for adult learners, ethical and professional issues, program evaluation, and then leadership development and human relations. I'm going to go back to instructional technology. There are 4 one-credit courses that are all online that happen the first year during each term, including summer. So the way these build on each other, we start out with a theoretical framework in our adult learning and development course. Then we begin to think about how do you know if an organization needs training or something else, some other intervention. And we also begin to have our students take a look at reading and understanding research and how it's used. We move from that, once you've decided that a course is necessary, into our instructional design, where you actually learn how to design courses for a variety of forms and formats of training and education for adults. In the we have this all online organizations and systems theory, where you begin to see how training and development might fit into an organization and how different ways in which organizations operate. You take, in our instructional strategies course, you take what you've learned so far, and you've thought about it, whether you need a course, you've realized that you do, you've designed a course in your instructional design course, and now you're going to learn how to deliver that. What are the strategies that we use to deliver information and training and education to adult learners? In the fall of the second year, you'll be taking ethical and professional issues, which encompasses a lot of things around what the profession is of educating adults and what are some of the ethical issues that you might encounter, some of the dilemmas. You then have, as you've designed this program or course or class or workshop, whatever it is that you have come up with in your instructional design course, you'll learn how you evaluate such a course or program and how you decide whether it was effective, whether people got what they were supposed to get, and then what you might do to improve it and move on from there. And then in your final term, leadership development and human relations talks about how we're all leaders from wherever we stand in an organization and how we use our leadership qualities to our best advantage and to the advantage of the organization in which we find ourselves. The second year, we start in the fall term with a capstone project, beginning to put all of this together in an action research project that really takes everything that you've learned over the course of the first year and begins to put it into the form of writing it up as a research paper. The internship credits, 5 credits, each credit is equal to approximately 30 hours. And so you're responsible for 150 hours over the 2 years of the program. It sounds like a lot of hours, but every student so far has been able to manage to get that done. And most of our students, by the way, are full-time working individuals, often with families and other obligations. And they've all seemed to be able to manage their internship. As the word says there, it's flexible. So how you manage that each term will be up to each individual and what they work out. So it is your individual interests, and our program is really designed so that your individual interests are really the focus of the work that you do. So all the assignments will be based on your interests and or the organization in which you're already working, or something, a goal that you have, a profession in which you'd like to find yourself. The internships, while they align with your professional goals, in a way that we hope you'll try new things, you think, well, I'd like to try but have never done. That's something we encourage you to do during your internship. The research projects, again, as I stated, is related to everything you've done throughout the program, and it is 4 credits total. And we're going to go back to internships. Okay, our slides are kind of moving back and forth. I'll try and keep up. The capstone project, as I said, is an action research project. There'll be an instructor who works with you to develop this project throughout the second year of the program, and it is 4 credits. You can move on. Gloria, I think you're up.
Sorry about that. So to be eligible for the program, you need to go to the OSU Graduate School, and you need to have completed a bachelor's degree with a GPA of 3.0 or better. And as you move through the application process, there will be a phone interview with faculty just to get to know you and to learn more about your interest in the program and potential fit. I think I'll pass it back to Shelley.
Thanks, Gloria. Here's some information on tuition. One of the questions we most commonly get from prospective students, whether they're graduate or undergraduate, what's this degree program going to cost? So to help you with that, we have a really cool tuition calculator on our eCampus website. There's a link here in the upper right-hand corner. And again, we'll provide that link in our resources handout. But basically, 2016-17 fiscal year eCampus graduate tuition is $521 per credit. So an average 4-credit course will cost $2,084. And we do anticipate a tuition increase in the next year or so, but that's our current rates at this moment in time. It's good to know, though, that as an eCampus student, you pay the exact same tuition whether you're an Oregon resident living in Oregon or if you're out of state or out of the country. You can also expect some additional expenses, including fees and textbooks. And there's a $75 non-refundable application fee to get your application into the system. And everybody has to pay a matriculation fee of $350 that applies to both graduate, undergraduate students, whether they're online or on campus. So that's a quick look at what some of the costs that you can anticipate. And again, we really recommend that you take a look at that tuition calculator. Here's some information on federal aid if you're interested. All students that meet federal criteria are eligible for some form of financial aid. To get that process started, you must first complete a FAFSA, and you must be a degree-seeking student who is enrolled at least part-time. And I would think that everybody in this program should fall within that criteria. To get started, visit the website listed below at studentaid.ed.gov to get a complete list of the eligibility criteria and to get your FAFSA started. So that's a little bit about tuition costs and financial aid. I'm going to pass it back to Gloria, who's going to share with us a little bit more about the application process. If you're ready to take the next step. Gloria?
Great, thanks, Dan. Yeah, so when you're ready to apply, you'll be asked to submit your academic transcripts, an updated resume, a writing sample, and 3 letters of recommendation. We don't require GRE scores for admission. For the writing sample, what we're looking for is it's just a short 3 to 5 page personal and professional narrative, and we're looking for you to talk to us about the learning experiences that you've had that have contributed to your professional development to date and how that relates to the program and what you'll learn in the program. And in that narrative, we're also looking for you to describe how specifically graduate study will advance your personal and professional goals. For the letters of recommendation, you'll be asked to just provide names and email addresses of 3 individuals who are willing to provide letters of reference on your behalf. These references can include your current or prior supervisors and or faculty from your undergraduate program who can speak to your potential as a graduate student and talk you out. You'll note that the priority deadline for this year has just passed. However, we are still accepting applications and have room for a few well-qualified students who we feel are a good fit for the program. So we look forward to receiving your application. I'll pass it back to Dan now.
Thanks, Gloria. So that basically concludes the information session of our webinar. We will open it up to questions. We do have one question so far. It's more of one of personal nature, so we'll address that one following the webinar in the next few days. But while we're waiting, I have these resources up on the screen. And again, in the handout section, you can download a PDF with these links, so you don't have to write anything down. You can just simply click on the links to get to these resources. So Shelley or Gloria, can you, well, one thing that folks were mostly interested in were careers with this degree. Can either one of you speak a little bit more about career possibilities? What do people coming out of this program do with these degrees? Do with this degree?
Yeah, I'll take that, Dan. It's a wide variety. Currently, the examples that come to me are we have someone who's working at Oregon Health Sciences University up in Portland in their education department. We have a graduate who is actually working in the prisons teaching writing courses to adults. We've got a variety of people in the community colleges and everything from human resources, student orientation, as I say, developmental education, people at universities, again, same human resources. We've got also student orientation programs, advising. We've got someone I know at one of our educational service districts who does benefits education. We've got people at some of the utilities companies doing online training, onboarding kind of training, and skills kind of training. I know we have at least one, possibly several graduates in their own private consulting businesses doing curriculum design for a variety of organizations. Someone who was doing working with students in a nursing program who wanted to enhance her teaching skills got her degree in our program. So it's a real variety of folks and the kind of work that they're doing. I did want to say something, Dan, about the 3.0 GPA, because many of our students are adults. They've been out of school for many years. They've been in the working world, and now they want to enhance their resume and their skills and learn more about how you teach adults in a variety of settings, in their own setting. But back when they were in school, maybe they didn't have quite a 3.0 grade average when they got their bachelor's degree. There are some ways in which students with a grade point average lower than a 3.0 can be admitted to the program. So if their grade point average is 2.5 or higher, we make that decision as a program, and we base that on your writing sample that you submit. We base that on our interview with you and your application and your references. Under a 2.75 up to a 2.74, the graduate school makes that decision. But if we feel you're a good fit and that the program will be enhanced by your involvement and that you will be, that the program will be a good fit for your future goals, we can, we intervene and we write trying to think of the word, we let them know that we think that it would be a good decision to have you join the program. So we haven't actually lost anyone yet. So I encourage you, even if you have a lower than a 3.0, but you really feel this would be a good program for you, give me a call, send me an email, and we can talk.
Thanks, Shelley. That's good to know. It actually ties to another question that came in, and we have a couple of good questions here. So the first one is, what is the acceptance rate of this program for applicants? So are you turning away a lot of highly qualified applicants, or you know, how competitive is it? I guess that's the gist of the question.
Sure.
The asker can clarify a little bit more if I'm off track.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the question is. We have capacity for 15 to 20 students, so we want to make sure that the students we do admit are a good fit, and that, for example, I've had people who want to teach history at the community college or math at the community college. This is not a good degree for that, because the community college requires a minimum of 27, depending on the community college, and that's here in Oregon, 27 to 29 credits in the graduate credits in the content area, and now more and more of them are actually requiring a master's degree in the content area. So the degree in adult ed, while it would be great to have to teach at the community college, that alone will not be a good fit. It won't get you where you want to go. So that's our main focus in terms of admission to the program. So if that's not the answer, if that's not what the questioner wanted to know, make sure to let me know.
Okay.
There's more clarification.
Very good. Thanks. Another question that came in, can you talk about the technical skills that students will learn in this program? We have an individual who's interested in corporate learning and training, and they want to know if this is good for that, or if there's another program at Oregon State that's more focused on work-centered training.
It's a great question. Our program is focused on training and education for adults. The environment is sort of irrelevant. And when I say that, I don't say that flippantly. Once you learn how to find out whether what's needed is training and education, and then once you decide that it is, you learn how to develop a course that would address that or fill that need, and then you learn how to deliver that, and you learn how to evaluate how the program went, and then to create an iteration of that, once you've improved it, you learn. And then we also have our online skills that our students learn, how to develop online delivery systems for what you're learning in your other classes. It's an overlay on almost any organization. As I mentioned, we have people, and Gloria mentioned Nike, we've had people from Intel, we've had others from other major corporations, big universities, community colleges, also small private corporations. We've had some folks from smaller corporations, from nonprofits, hospitals. So it's a very flexible program in terms of where you can take what you've learned, and so I think certainly corporate training is a applicable area.
Excellent. That looks like all of our questions have been submitted so far. Shelley, are there any other questions that you hear frequently from prospective students that you might want to share with this group?
I think not necessarily questions, but people's concerns. As I said earlier, most of the folks in our program are working adults. Some of them have families and other obligations, and they're very concerned about coming back to school. How can I do this? Or once they show up for their first day, they're a little nervous, like, uh-oh, what did I do? It's one of the beauties of the way our program operates. There's a lot of support for students throughout the whole 2 years of the program. They support each other. The cohort model provides an enormous amount of support, and our instructors and teaching faculty are wonderful in terms of really helping people succeed. Our goal in the program is to help people succeed. We're not a weeding out program. We're a helping people succeed program. So really that's our commitment to the students who join us.
Excellent. Thanks a lot. It looks like we have one last question that came in late. This may not be relative to this program, but the question is, as an eCampus student, can you take an on-campus class if you want to? So this program is not on campus, but go ahead and, if you want to elaborate on that, Shelley.
Sure. Our program is very structured, partly because we're working with folks who are out in the working world who don't live on campus or often don't live near campus. And so it's very structured. You take the classes in the sequence in which we've designed them. You're all taking the same classes at the same time in the same way. And so most of our students don't really want to have to come to campus and take classes. Now, having said that, we certainly don't preclude, forbid anyone from taking classes on campus. You're certainly welcome to take any classes that you're interested in, and those would count towards wouldn't count towards the program. It would, but it certainly counts towards your life enrichment and your academic, whatever it is you're interested in. So yes, you could take courses on campus, but that is not at all part of what this program is designed to do.
Good. Thanks, Shelley. I believe that wraps up all the questions that our webinar attendees have submitted. Shelley's contact email address is here if you would like to arrange a meeting with Shelley or if you have any other additional questions. And thanks, Shelley and Gloria, for providing this information this evening, and thanks all of you who invested the time in attending this webinar. Good luck in your educational endeavors, and have a great evening.